Hey, let's go. Good morning, chat. That's a Kachoya. Let's get it. Previously on Kimba TV. I'm going to just wait too long down here.
There you go.
You know, I'm sure that this failed auction is going to be a nice little short. I'm sure some people are going to try to short the 0.5 with an invalidation at point of control. Yeah, I don't know if you want to start doing that shit right before Macaulay. If you were okay to play ETH S&P, I would assume you were already thinking about that beforehand. Agzada says, I knew it's gonna pump. Uh-oh, what do you mean? Is that a bearish gap? Do you know how to play it? Did you get caught up on the plans from yesterday? MEXC, let's get it. Petrus, let's get it. Kagami, let's get it. TTK, let's get it. Grim COC says, it's just continuation from yesterday, right? Yep. But wait, stop the music. So here's the thing, Grim. It is a continuation of yesterday. However, what are some things that tell you that it's a continuation from yesterday, Grim? Because tomorrow when the bullets start flying, I mean, I'm gonna try my best, but reading chat tomorrow isn't gonna be my priority. It's gonna be to juice the fuck up. So today is kind of like your last day to put your best foot forward and be ready for tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm not going to be able to tell you, hey man, it's a continuation off of yesterday, Grim. You know, what's some of the data that you would look at? You have value area high, value area low, and settlement. You have VWAP. So this is your ETH. This is your RTH. So you can take a look at where the gap is, where the boo gammas are, where the point of control is. It's all kind of right in front of your face. All right, Grim. So take a look at open interest. Take a look at S&P boo gammas. Take a look at CVD. Take a look at, do you have levels identified to the upside and to the downside? You need to have both. Any questions? Even if it went back up to 96,000, that would be an easy short. Do you understand that, Grim? Or did I need to tell that to you? And last but not least, have you been able to keep track of the CME probabilities? So we are looking at 98% probability. No rate cut tomorrow. Easy money, Bugatti money, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, if you were here yesterday, you know exactly what I'm going to be looking at. The math is the math and the juice is the juice. Kachoya on them. Don't get got. Somebody was like, oh, I knew this was going to pump. You're shorting that bitch if it pumps. What do you mean, man? You know? Some people are going to be freaking out and thinking it's bullish if it goes to 96. That's an easy-ass short, so... All right, Grim. Hazy, thank you for the 5 gifted. Let's go. Miguel says, Kimba, when looking at OI, is there an exchange more significant than the other? Yes, the one that has more volume. Reddy says, no rate cut, but we still ballin'. I would say no rate cut, but we still blazing. I gave out a very, very nice, easy level where I said, hey, if it goes up there, kachoya. Yes, levels to the upside, levels to the downside, all prepared. Exclamation pixel. Let's go. Talk to me, yo. Chibaya. JB, thank you for the sub. Exclamation JB in this building. Kachoya. Any questions? Ladies and gentlemen, any questions? Grizzly, let's go. Gucci, let's go. Mark, let's go. How we doing? Haskir, let's get it. Benko says, I just joined. What we thinking for 96K today, brother? We talked about 96K like an hour ago. Yeah, if you, anytime that you show up late to a stream, make sure you go to the simulcast. Just click on this, exclamation YouTube, click on this. Watch from the very beginning on 2x or something and get caught up. Alrighty. We already gave the short and the long. Yep, it's all there. Just rewind and get caught up. But most importantly, use today as kind of a, chance to figure out where you are. The way that you trade today is going to be the way that you trade tomorrow. So, obviously, I'm not going to be able to hold your hand through the day tomorrow. I'm going to be focused on juicing up. So use today. Everything for yesterday, for today, we talked about, actually last Friday. So if you want to even go back to the Friday stream and kind of listen to what I said about this is what we expect for Monday, this is what we expect for Tuesday, and this is what we expect for Wednesday. Everything is pixel perfect. Yeah, we want to leave all of this just like this for a day like tomorrow. And I already gave the level for today. I said if it goes up to this today, that's an easy blank. So levels to the upside already talked about. Levels to the downside already talked about. Yeah. And if you really want to know the significance of this level, you can obviously rewind yesterday's stream as well. Alrighty, big dog. Talk to me, Lions. Are you prepared? It's easy money. Everything is math and pixel perfect to the T, ladies and gentlemen. Who juicing? Talk to me. Y'all ready for tomorrow? It's too easy. Quit playing with me, chat. Pixel perfect exactly. How the fuck did we talk about what we were expecting on Tuesday last week, chat? Pixel perfect, chat. Don't get got, chat. Come on. It's too easy, chat. All right. Any questions? Laskinha, what's going on? Uchiha, Sephoris, Mark, what's going on? Benkos, what's going on? Heyblade, Mark, Crypto, Damas, P2P, Spids, Crypto Damas says Satoshia de Kachoy, okay. Toasted Zergling says, good morning, Lion. Slept in a bit today, so I'm a little late. Need to catch up. But it doesn't look like a whole lot has changed. Nothing has changed in the last 3 days. So everything we talked about is basically playing out to the T. Yeah. So I'm even doing a little S&P play toasted. But for the most part, man, everything is pixel perfect. So whether you're being tested on value, so we always talk about like watch out for the deviation here, watch out for the deviation here. Full rotate, value area low, value area high, do not get got. All right, and then even the S&P stuff from I don't know if you remember this, but yeah, if you rewind, you'll see me drawing this. So, right? Yeah, and then like, can we give it up for pixel perfect lines? We've had these for the last couple weeks and months now. Look at this. Crazy. Look at this shit. Yeah, so I think you know exactly what I'm waiting for is, today, especially today, especially this week. What's my biggest confluence, Toasted Zergling? If I'm going to be looking for a short or a long on Bitcoin, I'm probably going to be shorting or longing S&P too, right? So, I mean, the most important thing on a day like today, a week like today, I'm going to be looking at S&P. So what's the thing that we talked about on Friday, brother? How do I confirm a failed auction, brother? I'm looking for a lower low, right? So, I mean, anything up to here, completely normal. We talked about how if Bitcoin went to 96, I think you were here yesterday too. Do you remember when I said like this is an easy short up here? Yeah. So, shout outs to people that shorted the 7.5 on derivatives, shorted the bearish retest of settlement, value area high. That's your invalidation, obviously. Some people maybe took the swing fail of the bad lows, but we remember what we said yesterday. I'm not interested in a long there. I'm not even interested in a long here. I'm interested in a long down here. So, I'm not going to take that swing fail. We said, hey, don't get bullish. Don't get got. Don't get got up here. So, yeah, it's the same exact thing that we talked about on Friday. Pretty much same exact thing we talked about on Monday. But, whether you needed to be tested on Fibonacci, whether you needed to be tested on 30-minute candle closes above or below VWAP, right? We don't get bullish on penetration. We get bullish on blank. So if you really want to look at this, I mean, this is a crucial moment, right? So, yeah, everything is pretty normal, man. I don't really care if you shorted there. I don't really care if you longed here. Just don't get got. But, yeah, everything is pixel perfect, man. Yeah, I mean, I can't complain. Everything going pixel perfect. So, and now all of these lows that it made, it's like primed. S&P, super shitty shit. Bitcoin, I mean, it's almost inevitable. It's going to get swept tomorrow now. So everything looking Gucci, man. Yeah. So let me know if you guys have any questions. The math is the math. The juice is the juice. We're all looking at the same shit. Everybody sees where the schwang is. Everybody sees where VWAP is. Everybody knows what 30-minute candle closes looks like. Let's go. Show me you know what you're doing. Quit playing with me. 15 minutes on the 30-minute candle close. The lettuce is hitting. We're floating. How we doing? Oh my goodness, it's a Korean account. God damn it. Joya bite. Fuck. Autofib. Who fucking with it? Autofib. Jesse Papink says shorters keep failing. Well, if they're any good or if they're lions, this is where you would actually start shorting. If you wanted to. Yeah. But I mean, you already know what it is, right? So first things first, today and this whole fucking week, Jesse, what's going to be my biggest fucking confluence? Did you rewind and get caught up? Have you been here since the morning, Jesse? What's my biggest confluence this week, Jesse? And it's S&P, I drew it just like this. I'm pretty sure I drew it just like this. Okay? I'm pretty sure I drew it just like this. You can't confirm the failed auction until we make a lower low. Even if we got rejected here, like if it does this bullshit, that's hella bullish, right? That's hella bullish. Bro. Like I'm already thinking about this. Watch. Dink. Dink. Isn't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? So even if it came back down, that could be a long, So you got to be, but the real juicy short, the real juicy juice is around 96. So that was kind of, Azaz has the clip, but we talked about this yesterday, did we not? I drew it yesterday, so nothing has really changed since yesterday. Azaz, where's the fucking clip? Show him the clip. Chat, where's the clip? Where's the clip, motherfuckers? Where's the clip? Where's the clip, ho? Where is it? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Kimba, don't lie to me. Yeah. Would you believe me if I told you that I have a pixel perfect top short from 98555? Chat. Watch his reaction. I have a short from 98555 on CME, basically pixel perfect top short. We talked about it, we planned it, and I even said that I was going to take it like 30, 40 minutes before it happened live. Yeah, and Eve, while I was preparing for that short, I already kind of talked about where I would TP and where I would think about longing. Okay? Now we have people that just shorted the 7.5, brother. If I draw this, have you seen this yourself? Do you know? I just drew this 30 minutes, like 20 minutes ago. Have you seen this yourself? Okay. I'm not here to predict the future, brother, but if you wanted to short, we have lions that took this short, and some people are going to shave at the fucking VWAP. Okay. I took a short on ES. You know, if you go back and rewind the stream, exclamation YouTube, if you get here late like you just did, go and rewind this. Okay? See what I said already and see what I said that I would do for yourself. And guess what? If you just take the time to go back and rewind, just maybe after 2 or 3 days, you're going to figure out how I trade, how I like to look at data. And you're going to never have to ask if I'm longing or shorting. You're going to know if I'm in a long or short. It's pretty obvious. I do the same shit. I've been doing the same shit for the last like year and a half, 2 years. All right, brother. So make sure you get caught up. But would it be crazy? Would it be crazy if I told you that I drew it like this and I'm trying to do this and I'm in a pixel perfect top short? And my stop loss is right here. And even if it does this, I can't lose. And I'm going to try again here. And then that's it. Because then these are going to be cleaned at some point. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? What I'm hoping for is I get this, bro. Yeah. And what I really want is don't get so caught up on like me shorting on a scalping today. What I really want is, do I long this or not? And that's been the plan all along. That's the question. Do I take a really nice big S&P long here? Right? And what you really want to think about is it's 97% probability there's no rate cut. Right? So do you think that's going to be a bearish reaction tomorrow or a bullish reaction tomorrow? So what I'm thinking is, let's get this bitch all the way up to 96 or 96.2, which is exactly what we talked about on Monday. All right, get a lot of top longers trapped, no rate cut, boom. Something like that. But if it does pull back, right, I'm not going to get got shorting the bottom. In fact, I'm going to be looking for longs if we do nuke tomorrow. Sounds good? You ready, boy? It's not, it didn't even go to the, it didn't even go. Look.
Shout out Kimba. Let's get it. Kimba was popping.
Didn't even make it to the 7.5. This is normal. This, Bellagio. Let's get nasty on these hoes, chat. Ka-choya on them. Ninja is asking, how much of trading do you know already? So here's the thing, Ninja. This is what I always tell the Lion Cubs. It took me like a year to learn all the math, the probabilities, the shapes, the patterns. Okay? It took me like 6-7 years to actually learn and master myself. What you're going to notice, Ninja, is that it's not about, oh, I don't know how to read data. I don't know if that's a bullish div or not. You know what usually happens? What starts with, I'm going to long here. Okay? I'm going to long here. Somebody says, I'm going to long here. And it goes, pink. Okay? And the person sees the fucking money. Okay? Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. I'm juicing. Okay? And what happens is it starts to do this. And that person goes, you know what? I'm adding. Pink. Yeah, even better. Now the average entry is right here. Okay? Yeah, I knew it. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's a swing fail. I added more. And what happens is when it did this, I'm going to put my stop loss at take profit. I know, Kimba. I have it at break even. I didn't want to get got. I actually added. Ha 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 ha. Oh shit. Wait. I don't want to be the guy that gets stopped. That's a bad low, right, Kimba? That's a bad low, right? It could be an SFP, right? Are you still in your long? Let me move my stop loss because it could be a swing fail, and I'm gonna add a little bit more. He adds a little bit more. Oh, it's an SFP. That's easy money, Bugatti money. Fuck. Yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah, no, we should add. Pink. He enters again. Now his average entry is like here. Okay? Now the average entry is here. Okay? Talking about, hey, Kimba, I think we were wrong on the long. What do you mean we? Oh, God. Ah, fuck it. It is what it is. Come and get me. It is what it is. It's already too late for me. Ping. Fuck.
You just said.
Kimba, I got wrecked. How? We got stopped out in tiny profit. No, I got wrecked. I kept adding. What do you mean you got wrecked? We got stopped out in tiny profit last night. No, I kept Voltex says, is the 70K sweep still in play because we have a bad high and low? So, Voltex, if your question is blank possible? It's always going to be yes. Now, if you're going to be specifically asking me, is it possible in the next month? Is it possible in the next 3 months? Is it possible in the next 6 months? Then we can start to debate and, try to correlate that with like what we would expect FOMC and rate cuts and QE and QT to look like. Okay. But, yeah, it's still possible. What I would say is that I think in the smaller time frame, the 96 to 97 zone on CME, basically like 96.5 on derivatives or whatever the fuck. That's an interesting area because above that, then you're going to be able to really push higher. Alrighty. But if you just go right back above and then come back in, then it just means that it's still bing bong ding donging for tomorrow. Getting that tomorrow would be ideal. Voltex. But yeah, and then so once we get into like if 97 or 96 whatever short is given to us, then I would be looking for like 90. And then if 90 doesn't hold, then maybe like 88. And if 88 doesn't work, then probably 82. And if 82 doesn't work, then 74. And then if 74 doesn't work, then 70, probably 68. And I will try to long all that shit.
Yeah. 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 Cascade out, dude.
Yeah, but first things first, let's see, for example, do we leave this value today, this value range, yes or no? That's a bearish gap, right? So you don't want it to close the whole thing. But you can pull fibs, you can pull divs, you can pull levels.
That's juice.
All right, Volti. But if I could just kind of close my eyes and kind of feel my way through the darkness, which is crypto, I already have the 98.555 short. So I don't have to take the 96.7 short. It's more like, oh my God, please don't go up higher so I don't get stopped out type of shit. Okay. If I do get stopped out, then obviously the immediate sort of bearishness would be to just do an SFP of that high and then tuck back in below the Kimba's useless line again. But beyond that, I'm probably not shorting. I would just ride that bitch all the way to like 110. 96 to 98 is a really, really pivotal point. It's the higher time frame point of control. So obviously above that, we would be looking for value area high. Value area high is around like 107. And then at that point, you're going to start a huge short squeeze. And so I'll see you at 110 plus. Something like that. Voltex. Voltex says, am looking to short or long this range. Sure, yeah. So, I mean, I think everybody is looking at that 96 to 96.8 on CME level. Yeah. And so it's not just about identifying levels, right? You would want it to give you a bearish edge. So things like structural edge, as in it pokes above and tucks back in. You would want open interest edge. So either it went up squeezing shorts, or at the very, very top at golden pocket, value area high 7.5, you got a bunch of top longers that are immediately in the red, right? So you can tell on open interest. But yeah, it's just bing bong ding dong. So let it do its thing. We'll be watching OI and CVD. Yeah. So, and if you want a long, I would love like a 91K long. Yeah. But again, it would be the same thing for 91 as I just did for 96. At 96, I want to see top longers trapped. At 91, I want to see bottom shorters trapped. At the end of the day, it's not really about longing or shorting a random level. It's about longing or shorting data. I think it would be more bullish if it didn't go to 96 and it went down and it went to like 91 or 90,700 or 90,800, and then it started to run back up on news that there's no rate cuts. That would be hilarious. Wait, I thought rate cuts were bearish. You guys are the best, you know that? Let's see what we get, chat. 96, easy short, and it's going to go a little bit above 96. So swing fail or failed auction, that's an easy short. And then is it 91? Is it 88? I don't know. I also have the levels to the downside, so it should be pretty easy. Remember, I'm not necessarily bullish on S&P, but that long in that box, it's got such an easy invalidation. I'll probably try to take it. All right, so the confluence is there, but there's always going to be that uncertainty of not knowing exactly what it's going to do. So we're prepared. We're prepared for a little bit of a pump. We're prepared for a little bit of a dump. We've got the levels. Let's take our shots tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. You guys good? I'm excited, man. I'll be here bright and early, at least an hour before U.S. market opens. Let's get that 15-second alpha TA. There may be a chance for a scalp long, scalp short. It just depends on where the value is overnight. So, Mark, Hitman, Moses, Daisy, Lab M, Kagum, Vlad, have a great night. Hey, Sato, tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss.